for the tavern.
Yeah, that's what I always say. But that isn't important, and that's why we can get straight down to
He
business.
insisted he knew better.
Since you're new here, I'll make you an offer. You give me 50 gold pieces
It's
and
all
you can
just
go.
gossip.
That's your entrance fee for the tavern.
What I said.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Forget it. You won't get a single
Why haven't I heard
coin.
about this before?
Then I'll take everything you have. As soon as
You
you're
listen to the
lying on
wrong
the
people.
ground in front of me.
That's nothing new.
There's nothing you can...
There's...
Show
Whack
him! Show him!
Whack him! Give him what for? That's what I've always said. Not bad, if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
That's all just gossip.
Yes, do you mind?
You've got no business here, runt.
It's not what I heard.
Some problems
I
solve
see.
themselves.
I'll be forced to tan your hide in order to make any
Doesn't
progress.
surprise me.
You're welcome to try, runt. Show me what you got.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy. There's...
Ah, a fight! Whack him!
Show him! Show him!
And now for some action.
Show him!
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Show him! Show him!
And now for the...
Hit him! Hit him!
Give him what for? Whack him!
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Let him have it!
What you waiting for?
Whack him!
Show him!
That's not what I heard.
Is it really true?
Who said that?
Will it ever change?
You have to feel sorry for the poor
I never knew
guy. We'll
that.
see about that.
All right, you win. What do you want?
You hardly know who
You know your way about the harbor, don't you?
Sure thing. Why?
Is it really
What
true?
kind of rumors are floating about?
Around here,
I could have told you that.
we don't like people who ask too many questions. Especially
That doesn't
not
surprise
if
me.
they're strangers.
Some problems solve themselves.
Why don't I see any militia?
They don't dare
Do you
come
really
in here.
believe that?
We take care of things ourselves.
You already know what I think.
How's the shipping traffic?
The only
really
ship
believe
that's
that?
come here recently is the Paladin's ship. It's over there behind the rocky ridge to the southwest.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Some problems solve themselves.
I'm no better off myself.
Do you really think?
Hey,
You hardly know who to believe these days.
what are you doing here?
I'm building a ship because I want to get out of here as fast as I can. But the way it looks right now, this ship will never be finished.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
What makes you think that?
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around everywhere? Why do you think they're here? I tell you, they're here because the orcs will attack soon, and that won't be pretty.
Can I help you somehow?
Yes, you can. Find out what the paladins are planning. I want to know why they're here. And I have to know if the orcs will attack, and how far from the city they are. One of the bastards was even seen outside the city. Just bring me all the information you can get. I need to know how much time I have left to finish the boat.
What's going on at the harbor?
The orcs are breathing down our necks and you're asking about the harbor?
I only wanted to...
The biggest problem we have is that there aren't enough ships in the harbor to get us out of here. To be honest, there's only one ship here, and that belongs to the paladins. They certainly won't let us get out of here with that.
Why can't you finish your ship?
Oh, we have thousands of problems. The hull still isn't stable, and it's still missing a lot of boards. But I have hardly any gold left to buy new material with, and the last delivery had bugs in it. My boys don't work productively. One wants a fast ship above all else, the other one is worried about the figurehead. As if we didn't have more important things to do. Also, one of my people is simply not showing up for work anymore. I'm beginning to fear that this will delay the construction even more.
Doesn't surprise me.
Anything's possible.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Nothing's ever gonna change.
Really? How interesting.
Halt, stranger. I didn't see you come through this gate.
And?
And the guards on the other gate have orders not to let any unknown persons into the city.
Well...
I shall have to have a word with those two. But now for us two. I am Lothar,
That all alone.
paladin of the king and humble servant
If I
of
hadn't
Innos,
seen it with my own eyes.
your lord. Our commander, Lord Hagen,
One like this forever.
has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all
Tell this
newcomers the
anyone.
new laws which apply to all inhabitants of the city.
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the same fate.
That was quite obvious.
I have an important message for the leader
That's
of the
not what I
Paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving
Really
anyone.
deserve that.
Lord Andre, the commander of the city
That's what I've
guard,
always said.
is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common
Don't
folk.
say you didn't know that.
He had better.
Listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
That can't be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is. And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons. I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent him to the Valley of Mines with
Got
the
my
prison
own opinion about
transport.
that.
So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the people.
So why won't they listen to me?
Somebody already reported the dragons
That's what
here?
I've always said.
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego.
It was just like
I
you
think so,
said.
in any case. I warned him just
I
like you.
believe that.
But the lunatic just wouldn't stop getting on my nerves.
Thought as much.
Now
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
The Sacred Eye of Innos.
You didn't get that from me.
How do you know about that? You're not a member of the Order.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our Order to you. But he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But
I don't want to hear any more
deserve
about it.
that.
First you start with fairy tales about dragons,
Everybody knows
and then
by now.
this. Incredible.
I've heard a thing or two.
the townspeople are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every day. It's most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these strange occurrences. Small wonder
Someone's
that the
gotta do the
town's
work.
inhabitants are very wary of strangers right now. So
Where did you
don't
pick
provoke
that
them
up
when
then?
you're in town. Understood?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
All right. Explain the rules of the city to me.
Forever.
First, The Honorable Paladin
this to
Lord
anyone.
Hagen resides in the upper quarter, along with his troops.
believe this is gonna
That is
change.
why access to the upper quarter is allowed only
Don't
to
tell her
honorable
things.
citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the Paladins. Only
gonna
the
get even
Paladins
worse.
themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
How do I become a citizen of the
Somebody
town?
talks too
Only
much.
those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the
quite
town.
obvious.
But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have
Really?
access to the
How
town
interesting.
hall.
Where can I find work?
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city. As soon as a master accepts you,
Don't say you didn't
you
know
are a
that.
citizen of the town. However, the other
It's gonna be
masters
even
must
worse.
agree to it. That's the custom here in Khorinis.
Nobody ever
If you were
asked for
thinking
my
about
opinion.
looking for work in the Harbor District, forget it.
Not what I heard.
The scum of the city live there.
you
Don't
pick that
even
up
go there. You would regret it.
Don't tell this to anyone.
How do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all? You're not a
Can't
citizen
keep
of
on
this
with
town.
yourself.
You can save yourself the trip. The guards
That
won't
would
let
be
you
a
in.
problem.
The entire area behind the inner gate is off limits to you.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express command of Lord Hagen,
doesn't see that.
only citizens
can't
of the
help it.
town will be admitted into the militia.
That was quite
I see.
obvious.
If you want to know more, speak to Lord Andre in the
I'm not telling you
barracks.
anything new.
But he knew that all along.
Where can I find the commander of the city guard?
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the other end of the city.
Enough trouble as it is.
Where can I spend the night here?
Wrong people.
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the
so
barracks.
worked up.
The Paladins pay for the lodging of all
to
travelers
the
who come
wrong
to the
people.
city. The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
What do I have to do to get armor like yours?
What? You aren't even a member of the militia.
thing or two.
You're not even a citizen. How can you even
ever
think of
change?
being allowed to wear the armor of a paladin? Only a few militia soldiers, those who have performed extraordinary
I'm not telling
deeds,
you
have been
anything
granted that honor so far. If you want to be a paladin,
Why won't they listen
you
to
have
me?
a long road ahead of you, my boy.
I'm no better off myself.
I've got to go.
If I hear
heard a
one
thing or
more
two.
time that you are telling people here about dragons,
There's nothing you can
you
do
will
about
be in big trouble. Do I make myself
You
clear?
didn't get that from me.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
But he knew that all along.
These are bad times. I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Trouble as it is.
That better shut up.
You listen to the wrong people.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
That doesn't surprise me. I'd have thought nobody will learn anything from me.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I've heard of it.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
What can I do for you?
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock. Double hardened armor of snapper leather, still unused. Interested?
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
The paladins seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away. Because they have their orders.
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you. The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here. But it'll cost you.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But
in principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
where can I find this Gritta?
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bospa the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Khorinis.
How do I get the approval of the other masters?
You just have to convince them. Go and talk to them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance, so behave yourself.
Why don't you take me on as an apprentice?
I would, but the other masters wouldn't agree. I just recently took on another apprentice.
Is there another way to get into the upper quarter?
Perhaps. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
This is gonna change.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Gritta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorabin.
Mateo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband. Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all. Wealth, happiness. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The festivities, all the beautiful clothes and hairdos, the fine dining and civilized conversations. Everything was better back then. No one would have dared to humiliate the heart of a poor widow with such...
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
I'm gonna pay the sum for you.
You would do that for me? Oh, I knew you weren't a greedy bastard like that Mateo.
Yeah, never mind.
Come back once you've taken care of that. I want to show you my gratitude.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
You want to pay for her? I'd have preferred it if you'd squeezed it out of her. Still, 100 gold pieces is 100 gold pieces. You've held up your part of the deal.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty. Perhaps I can interest you in my wares.
I was actually on my way to see the paladins.
There's little chance of that. Since the paladins made themselves at home in the upper end of town, hardly anyone gets in there anymore.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
Me? Nah, I don't have much say here myself. There are a few people in the lower city who have enough influence to get you past the guards. Mateo, my boss, is one of them. Maybe you should talk to him.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
I've heard a thing or two.
He'd better shut up.
About it.
That will never change.
Hey,
Adanos be with you.
who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
Can't rely on that.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
I used to say that myself.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
Is it really true?
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Tell me that isn't true.
Zardos, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The Necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
No better off myself.
Can't rely on that.
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Khorinis.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the Necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country, and you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
No one really wants to hear that.
That's been known a long time.
Been there, done that.
It's bad business.
I've got no time for things like that. You don't have to tell me that.
I'm no better off myself.
There's more, believe me.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
You don't have to tell me that.
I agree with you completely.
I used to say that myself.
That's been known a long time.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
That's no secret.
It's a bad business.
I couldn't get away with that.
Is it really true?
I've got no time for things like that.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
It's bad business.
Same old thing all over again.
That's not what I heard. That's all just gossip.
He really should have known better.
Is it really true?
I've got no time for things like that.
Is it really true?
It's his decision what to me.
I never knew that.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
You listened to the wrong people.
I couldn't get away with that.
I'd have done differently.
to know?
He never thought of that himself.
No idea. You tell me.
I know better off myself.
Nobody wants to know.
Will it ever change?